What's happening, friends? Welcome to episode 88 of the Game Moose Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Ryan Tufford, alongside Broccoli himself, Brock McLaughlin.
The Brock with the most this week, right?
No.
Okay.
Our valiant leader, of course, Drew McMillan, the ghost with the most, away this week. He is not here this week. But in his place, subbing in for the very first time on the Game Moose Podcast, Sean, like the pants, like the paint, Capri.
Like the juice box I like to suck.
Kind of like that.
All right, we'll see you guys later.
This
This was great fun. This is a lot of fun. Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us, Sean.
Crusty
In the
Sean.
Drew's absence.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Sean, most of our listeners might not know who you are, so can you sort of introduce yourself to everyone who's viewing us at home?
Yeah, so my name is Sean, like Connor Capri, like the pants, and I do a podcast called We the Gamer Cast, where every week I have sweet hangs with strangers from the internet, and I guess I've become friends with a lot of those strangers. I'm doing exactly what my parents told me not to do growing up, and it's a good time, man. I like me some Nintendo, and I like me some Xbox, and sometimes play PlayStation as well. I am console agnostic? Is that the word?
That is the term that Brian Altano coins, so I'm sure it's probably accurate.
But I definitely have my preferences, so we'll put it that way.
No,
they're not all equal.
No, of course not. I mean, you're one of these Xbots, from what I hear.
Exactly. Yeah, they can do no wrong.
I mean, of course.
Yeah, man. I'm pumped about this. All Canadian podcast. This is awesome. We can just talk about ketchup chips and being cold all the time.
and President's Choice.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And poutine.
Safeways.
I think they got Safeway in the States.
They do? Oh, they do. Oh.
But they don't have Metro in the States. Ha!
Oh, wow. They're missing out.
No one actually likes Metro.
No one likes Metro. That is Safeway, isn't it? I think it's Safeway.
Possibly.
I think so.
This is the Canadian thing. It's just like,
This is the most
really
exciting
know.
conversation we've ever had.
I mean,
man, I'm
I would have
sorry.
brought up A&P, but thanks to my namesake, of course, on all the gaming platforms, Fresh Obsessed. But instead, I can't do that because A&P doesn't exist anymore.
I was going to say we had Kinder Eggs, but America got them again.
Yeah, that's true.
Did they get rid of
There's
them
that.
because like kids were killing themselves with toys inside?
Kids were choking on them.
Oh, that sucks for them.
Well, they're like, let's just eat the egg whole with the toy in it. I'm sure it's probably fine.
What dumb kid doesn't want the toy? Who just eats the chocolate and forgets the toy?
It's eating the egg like a snake. You just like unhinge the jaw and just like eat the whole thing. No, man.
I'm not gonna make a joke about that. My
don't?
lawyer says no.
You have a lawyer? Are you that lawyer?
I am my own lawyer. Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Anyways, on today's show, we're going to talk about the SNES Classic because we can never stop talking about it ever. We are also going to talk about the Xbox One X because we can never talk about that. Never stop with that either. But first, we're going to talk about PlayStation Network names, which is a very exciting subject for Sean, of course. So, there's a reason we're actually talking about it, not just to put Sean on the spot, of course. Is that PlayStation Network changes might be happening soon. So thanks to a hidden survey in relation to PSN's 5.0 update, there are hints that PlayStation Network names changes could be coming, as well as PS1 classics, a store wish list, and many, many more. So, I mentioned before, of course, my PlayStation Network name is Fresh_Obsessed because it was named after A&P, because I made my name in 2005 when A&P still exists. A&P doesn't exist anymore, by the way.
What is A&P?
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
A&P is a grocery store, the grocery store that ended up becoming Metro.
Oh.
It was actually...
You named yourself after a Canadian grocery store?
Yes.
That is very
Their
odd.
slogan was, "We're Fresh Obsessed."
Oh.
And so I myself thought to myself, hey, wouldn't it be awesome if I was Fresh Obsessed? And the answer, of course, was yes. Of course. So, Sean,
Yeah, man.
tell us a little about what's your PlayStation Network name.
God, like, what are the chances that this is... By the way, I am a little disappointed that Drew isn't here because I really enjoy the way that he says the F word. I enjoy how all you guys say the F word and the fact that Drew isn't
Friends, right? The F word being friends.
He says
yeah,
friends like
we're the
nobody
greatest
else.
friends.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun.
Yeah, so, so my PlayStation name is stupid and it's awful, and yeah, it is about, like, what happens when you make a name back in 2005 or 2006, and you don't believe them when they say, this is permanent, you will never be able to change it, and by the way, in a few years, we're going to introduce these things called trophies and a whole, like, digital collection of games that are locked into this stupid name of yours. So if you ever change it, you're going to lose like goods and services. So don't name yourselves Awesome Schlong, everybody. Don't ever do that.
I can't help it. It's so good.
Are you saying your name on PSN is Awesome Schlong, Sean?
Without a C, it's awesome.
Oh.
Maybe that's how you get.
Was the
get
C
away from
version
it.
taken? Is that how that worked?
Well, my brother's friend like was obsessed with Beavis and Butthead, and Beavis would always talk about Schlong, and he thought that my name was close enough, like Sean to Schlong. And then back then everything was awesome, like before the Lego movie. So Awesome Schlong was actually an offshoot of my Hotmail. Arctic Schlong at hotmail.com
Ooh.
is a real
Wow.
email that exists. You can email Arctic Schlong.
Is that also the name of your sex tape?
Yeah, it's the Schlong from the north, from the Great White North.
Rock hard. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, we're two people, anyways, who have really wanted to change their PlayStation names for forever.
Big time.
Brock, yours is just your
I'm
name.
just Brock McLaughlin, so I have no problem with it.
You just learn from everyone else.
How did you manage to be the mature one out of all of us here?
You know, I was a very grown-up little child, and I just reversed backwards. I have no idea. I just picked that name. Honestly, I thought it would always be great to use my name because I'm so egotistical that I wanted everyone to know it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
That I mean, you're not wrong.
No, I'm not. Not at all. Now I get really mad when Brock McLaughlin's taken, but it usually isn't.
How would it be taken?
There's some other Brock McLaughlins there in the States. One got arrested a little while ago for like murdering 3 people. So yeah, he's the bad boy McLaughlin of the group. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Keep
Hell
going.
no.
You're going to jail.
Yeah, but there's a few others, and we all follow each other on Facebook and Twitter because I think it's really funny.
That's really weird.
I like seek out other Brock McLaughlins and add them, and then we talk to each other and see how our lives are. They all date babes.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's a common thing with the.
It's a
Brock
common thing
McLaughlin
with the Brock McLaughlin name.
Excellent.
Yeah,
That's good to know.
yeah.
There are no other Ryan Turfords that I know of out there. I don't think there are any other ones of us. I think there might be one other Sean Capri, probably somewhere.
I think he followed me for a moment, but I think he had like I don't know if it was a real person. I think he was trying to mess with me.
Oh, he's just one of those fake people.
It
Yeah.
was probably just me.
It was
Probably was just.
It's probably just me trolling.
Yeah. So I mean, for a while, this has been a feature we've really wanted. I mean, it's a feature that a lot of people have wanted.
It's a feature like 90% I think of PSN like users want. Like, why is this taking Sony so long to give?
Yeah.
Like people will throw money and be like, here's $20, let me change my fucking name.
I think there's really a story there as to why they couldn't implement it for such a long time. Like, there's got to be a real reason why they
It
can't do that.
must have fucked with their servers or something if they're changing the name.
Yeah.
Or it'd break everything.
Because you have to remember, they had first set up the PSN during the PSP days, which was like long ass time ago. That's actually when I made my PSN name, was on my PSP, like when they sort of initiated the service for the first time. So
Wasn't it on PS2?
I don't
Yeah, it was on
think so.
PS2. Because you could play Tony Hawk online.
I think that was before they migrated to like a big server.
Oh.
Because the PS2 online games actually used it, like your own, like almost like dedicated server.
And you had SOCOM. Oh yeah, that was not PSN Network though.
No, exactly. Like you would just sort of play peer to peer over a modem.
Remember SOCOM? Those were good games.
Yeah, they were good games.
What happened? Where's SOCOM now?
Well, you could also use the adapter to play Final Fantasy XI online, Brock.
Ooh.
The precursor to Final Fantasy XIV.
Jesus Christ, we're already talking about Final Fantasy XIV.
There's our
Like-
Sean, have you played?
No, man, no.
Fuck that.
I have no connection to the
That's-
Final Fantasy series.
that's
No.
Final
Other than watching neighbor Matt play growing up, and like the battle victory music is like forever in my head. Anytime I play any other Japanese role playing game, when the battle is over, I play like always.
It's
And
just synonymous.
now with Lincoln, when I change his diaper and we're done, that's the song that happens, and he loves it. He giggles and he thinks it's great. So he will also have no connection to Final Fantasy VII, but for some reason he'll have this music playing. in
You
his head
you should
every
just
time.
take like that's an easy button and like reprogram it to do that every time you hit it.
Yep. Instead of that was a
That'd be sweet. Yeah.
classic Staples
Oh,
reference.
God.
Classic
It
staples.
was also a physical product you could buy, though.
Yeah.
And it actually made the noise. My grandfather had one.
I have one. I have it on my desk
What is wrong with you?
because I think it's funny.
You bop it after sex.
Yeah.
That was easy.
Yep. And then they head for the door
self-pleasuring.
very quickly.
God Dan.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about PlayStation
The
Network.
PlayStation Network
Yeah.
is a great example and a case study on why Nintendo should be taking its time. Because you just get one shot to build this stupid network, and even though it's painful for us right now with Nintendo, the PlayStation Network, in my humble opinion, is a complete joke. I think it's god-awful. It's broken all over the place, has too many problems, and I don't know if I'm going to get hate for that or just a whole bunch of nods. But I think the PlayStation Network is ridiculous.
You could probably see me just shaking my head at you right now, Sean, because I'm a PS4 fanboy, of course.
Wait,
So,
shaking
of
your
course-
head in agreement?
No, disagreement.
I'm shaking my head in agreement.
I'm a big fan of the PSN, except you can't change your name.
The only thing about PlayStation that's good is that they have those flash sales. That's the only thing. But then you start downloading and it's like, oh, right, they throttle all their download speeds because their network is super shaky.
Yeah, but it does have one thing going for it. Actually, two. Number one, it's the only place where I can actually get an actual game of Friday the 13th going, because that does not work on Xbox Live at all. Brock, of
Nope.
course, knows
No, I hate
all about
that.
this. As Brock waited in queue for 30 minutes for a game, and then he gave up.
Yep.
And the other is it lets me play Final Fantasy 14. That's reference number 2 to Final Fantasy 14.
Great.
So,
We should
Let's
just
start
have a
counting
full
them out.
console war today.
It won't be the
based
last.
on the networks.
Yeah, we'll fanboy it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Get hyped. Yeah, but some of these other changes actually sound pretty cool. I mean, PS1 classics on PS4, slam dunk idea, like especially if they carry over from PS3, like
No way.
yeah.
Why
That-
is the name change linked to a firmware update though? I don't understand this. Like I don't believe that this is gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean they're giving us hope at least, but I think that the firmware update would go back to what I was saying before, where I do think that there is some intrinsical software reason why they can't let you do name changes.
When is this rumored to come out? Is it November?
Soon. It's going into beta. That's how this leaked is that there's a beta sign up where you can be a tester for the firmware. And this was a survey sent found within the data sent to those beta testers.
Are they going to put it out the same week as the Xbox Scorpio?
No, it'll be out before that. It sounds like it's going to be out in the next month or two, by the sounds of that. They usually put their updates out pretty quickly after beta, unless there's usually some weird issue with it.
I would wait till November if I was them.
Well, that's because you think everything revolves around the Xbox One X, which we'll get to.
Okay. I think the world revolves around me first and then the Xbox One X.
That's true.
Actually, yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah.
I have more teraflops.
So the real question is, Sean, if this were to happen, if we could finally change our names, how much would you actually be willing to pay to change your name?
Okay, well, if I actually have to pay, then it's even. I don't know if that's really better, because at least on Xbox you get one free name change and then you have to pay after that.
Yeah, it's
So
like
I-
$10 after that.
And yeah, so I think I think that's actually my benchmark. Like, why would I accept anything that's worse than what Xbox has been doing for a whole generation now? Probably like 10, like basically since it started.
And you really shouldn't have to change it 3 times, let's be honest here.
I
Like
just wanna
that
go
one
Sean
get out of
Capri.
free card. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like once you do it once, that's it. You're probably okay.
I'm literally just going to scoop up Sean Capri's name before he can. I'll change my name just to use that,
And now
just
he'll-
to fuck him.
No, then he'll have to be Sean_Capri at sign. Sean
Why did they
_
say
Capri at
that?
sign.
I mean, I
So
want
she-
Sean _ Capri. I definitely want an underscore in there. You guys should.
Sean will see it. It'll be like $20. Sean will be like, ooh, I don't know about this. I'm like, yep, $20. I'm in.
That would
Find
be-
Sean Capri's name
That'd
up.
be the best
Fun
way for
fact,
them to
Ron.
introduce it. Is
Fun
like make it
fact,
like an
you can-
auctioneer kind of thing. Who wants awesome schlong?
Yeah.
Then he starts at $50.
You know, if you're able to change your name, that name will be open. Anyone can be Awesome Song at that point.
That's true. I could take it
But
too.
Brock, in theory, you can make as many PSN accounts as you want,
I-
with as many names as you want.
I technically could, yeah.
So I mean, you could just take everyone's.
I could have us all.
You monster! I want my own name back. God damn it! I mean, I refuse to change my Xbox name until I can change my PlayStation name. So once again, my Xbox name still continues to be Fresh Obsessed. But one day, I'm hoping I can at least change it because of this. I mean, yeah, I'm hoping. I really don't think like any more than $10.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be reasonable, especially for people who've been waiting forever to be able to do this. Like, I think it might be too much of an ask really to go above that. So, either way, I'm hoping that this is true. I don't think it is because we've heard this so many times. Yes, it's coming soon, and it doesn't. But honestly, I figured I'd put this out there. Plus, again, some of these other updates actually sound pretty cool because like a store wish list and stuff.
We have
those
a
actually
wish
sound
list.
Like cool ideas.
There's a wish list.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think on PS4.
Yeah. You can save stuff for later.
You can do it on the app. I'm trying to think if you can do it on
I
the
don't
phone,
think you
on
can
the
do-
console.
I don't think you can do it on the console. You can do it on your phone app, but not on the console.
Oh, I never shop
That's
on the
the
store. I just go to the online.
That's why.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then it's
You can't
weird
do it on
that
the console.
it would exist in one place and not the other.
It-
God, PlayStation
yeah.
Networks is weird.
At least they have a wish list. Xbox.
That's true.
You're just
Got him.
now you're bashing on Xbox.
I always bash on Xbox.
Now you're
Always.
true
I want
colors
gifting
of
though. I
God.
want to be able to gift a game.
Gift would be nice too.
Yeah.
Steam's got this down. Why can't we all just copy the Steam method?
Well, that's true.
Steam's got it the best. Steam store is fantastic.
You can also change your name as many times as you like on Steam because
That-
it's tied to your like Steam ID code rather than your name.
It's true.
So there you go. All right, well, we're gonna move on because
Fine.
that was interesting. Next up, we're gonna talk about the SNES Classic because it's our favorite subject in the whole world. So there was a big hubbub this week about the SNES Classic where pre-orders went up on Walmart's United States website. People were able to pre-order their units. Everything was fine, except for the fact that Walmart issued an apology this week saying they had to cancel all those orders because it was put up by mistake. So, number one, do we think we're ever going to be able to pre-order this system at all, ever? No.
No.
We're going to have to go wait in line
Nope.
and fight a scalper for this or
Nope.
something?
Although only because the NES Classic was such a gong show, I think that there's not going to be pre-order. But for this to have gone up by mistake, it almost seems like they're preparing for it to be a pre-order, like that's actually going to happen. Like I don't know how you just accidentally like create the mechanism by which somebody would pre-order and then publish that. Like I think that they just jumped the gun a little bit. There's a possibility, really.
Yeah, they might have like some weird embargo date or something like that where they have to put up pre-orders on a specific day or something. And like maybe that's sort of what they jumped the gun on or something. Because yeah, you're absolutely right. They wouldn't have put like that in place if there was no plans to do it at all.
Right.
They must be thinking that at least it's going to happen at some point where you'll be able to pre-order this goddamn system that it would make Sean Hatton happy at least because he's been tweeting every day why he can't pre-order it yet. So
I don't. It infuriates me.
yeah.
I really want one. I don't want to go stand in line though. I'm not like a 12-year-old kid. I got places to be and women to see.
I mean, you're
I
an
can't.
adult.
I just don't. I just don't want to do that. I just don't want to stand in line or go at midnight. I want that thing pre-ordered when I can pick it up whenever I want.
Yeah, or just be able to have the safety net of knowing you'll be able to get
Yeah,
it.
that too.
Because most people who wanted an NES Classic couldn't get one. Like,
Yeah.
pre-order or not, they couldn't line up in the store to go get one.
I don't think I've ever seen a real one.
Like in person?
No, I don't know anyone who has one.
I don't think I have either. Does it really
I know
exist?
one person who has one. His name is Dapper Tux.
Ah, Dapper's got
Dapper.
one. Of course he does.
Because he
has
actually stood
everything.
in line. No, he stood in line and actually got one.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I just want to pre-order this thing on Amazon and have it delivered to my house.
Yeah, like I think he was telling me he went that morning, the morning that it went on sale. and
See,
bought one.
like we have the problem of living in like a big city. Like if we lived in like somewhere like, smaller, we'd have a way better chance because there'd be like,
Yeah.
less people caring about it.
Like, I hail from London, Ontario, which is not a small city, but a smaller city than Toronto. And you'd be able to probably walk down to Walmart and get one, like, the day they came out.
They would
You should
put
put-
one there, though. You get like 20 in Toronto because you guys are so big time, and you get
We-
one in London, Ontario.
Is that how it works in Edmonton, where you get, like, maybe one or two of them?
Pretty much, we get nothing. And I specifically did not go to lineup because I was convinced that it was going to be no problem to everybody was going to go make a big deal about it that morning. I didn't realize it was day one or nothing.
Yeah. And even, like, day one, like, I know a lot of people just got turned away even day one because they just didn't have enough of them. Like, they didn't make enough of these things. And hopefully, again, they've learned their lesson this time around where they actually make enough SNES Classics for everyone who wants one to be able to get one.
I think everybody kind of comes to a point in their life where they're like, my time is better used doing anything but being lucky enough to have a chance to buy a product. Are you kidding me?
Let's remember, you guys can make this at home on a Raspberry Pi very easily and cheaper.
But you can't get Star Fox 2.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
I love all the fake hype about Star Fox 2. Nobody cares about Star
I'm
Fox.
not excited for Star Fox
Star
2. Are
Fox
you
and
kidding
Super
me? It's gonna
Nintendo's
look
not
like
good.
garbage.
It also was like half finished when they stopped making it.
Though-
So then obviously it's not fully quality controlled.
I've never been a fan of Star Fox. I've never got the hype. I would take a Star Fox third-person shooter, or first-person
You did get
shooter.
that, though.
When?
Star Fox Adventures.
Oh yeah, I guess so. But okay, so first-person shooter Star Fox. Updated Star Fox. I just don't like the shooting in the ship. It's boring, and the polygon. It's lame.
Are you saying now? Okay, we need to figure this out. Is it that you don't like space combat games?
No, I
Or
like
you don't
space combat games.
Or
I
is
don't
it-
love them.
Or is it just more along the lines of you don't like the Star Fox characters, or how does this work?
No, all the Star Fox characters are super annoying. That frog, you hate him.
Do a barrel roll.
Do a barrel
It
roll.
doesn't even sound like that in
It's like peanuts. They also like peanuts.
It's Animal Crossing.
Also, you
That too.
you complain about peanuts, but you have peanuts shoes.
I do have peanut shoes. Yes.
Nobody is surprised right now.
Nope. No
Nobody.
one is surprised.
There's a picture on Brock's Twitter. You should go check it.
Yes.
They're actually
Good.
pretty
Good grief, Charlie Brown. I'm not saying penis. I'm saying peanuts.
It's close.
We get that.
I was just making sure. I just wanted the listeners at home to know that I'm not saying I have penis shoes.
I mean, you could.
That would be cool.
I mean, you do have a pretty big closet.
I did see a penis today, actually. There was a homeless guy on a bench, and his was out peeing.
Welcome to Toronto.
Just on it. It was gross.
Yeah.
But I did see a dick today, so
Yeah.
1 for 1.
See, at least if Edmonton's a big enough city, it's too cold there for anyone to actually realistically.
No,
do
man,
that.
I've seen a real life man take a poop on the sidewalk.
Well,
All
That
right.
happened. Just like full squat and
Gross.
everything. Yep.
And then you looked in the mirror and realized that man was you.
I thought I was gonna say I looked in the mirror. I'm like,
Holy Sean,
at least I'm not that guy. I was having a real rough day until I put everything into perspective.
You're making this guy feel bad. It's the day after his birthday, and you're making him feel old.
You were in a really intense match of Splatoon. Outside, you had the Starbucks Wi-Fi going. You couldn't stop. You had to go. Yeah.
Just had to ink the wall. I mean, you gotta make sure your percentage is higher than the other teams, right?
You didn't want to let your team down.
Gracious.
You know?
You'd have to hear their voice
You
threats
gotta be
to
able
you.
to
You
swim up the
know.
wall, you know? It's the thing.
Sean, we actually played. We actually were in a random match last night on Splatoon. I saw.
I enjoy the fact that you record this show and then you go play Splatoon, and like I feel like your attitude on Splatoon changed pretty much immediately after last week's episode, because you've been playing like nonstop ever since. You're
Yeah.
like, I don't know about this, but like there's something to it, and then ever since I'm like, Brock's there.
I
the whole
can't
time.
stop playing it, man.
Yeah,
It's
man.
really addicting. I don't even like. I still can't tell if I like it. It's just really addicting.
It's super easy to jump into, even though
Yeah.
they're trying to make it as hard for you to get going as quickly as possible. Like you
Yeah.
have to watch the whole like these are the maps, and I'm like I don't care about
I
two
hate-
of those modes, and I don't even.
I
even though they
hate
keep telling me
that.
the maps names. I don't know what they are. I
There's
just
like
keep
6
skipping
maps.
past
I don't
it.
need to like be reminded that there's only gonna be 2 to play. Like it's just
Exactly.
annoying.
But you need to know the rotation.
Yeah, it's so irritating. I don't like rank matches, man. They're really hard.
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
you're
People
supposed
are
to be
catching up in skill. Like I spent last weekend doing pretty well, and I'm not. Everybody else is getting way better than me. I'm declining.
Here's what I don't understand about that game. Rank matches are totally different games than what you have to deal with in like non-rank matches. Why aren't they putting those rank matches, like those kind of game modes, in regular modes so you learn how to play before you get to ranked? Because then you just get killed when you
know.
get there, and you have no idea what to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
because the game modes are different.
The game modes are very different than just splattering paint everywhere.
Not only that, but that way you could actually have a variety of game modes besides just
Yeah.
tournament. Like that's my biggest.
Getting to level 10 just doing that is pretty boring. Like some variety would be nice.
on 2 maps too.
Yeah, on
Especially,
just 2 maps.
Especially if you're like me, where you only usually play like 3 or 4 hours at a time, and
Mm-hmm.
that's it. But those 3 or 4 hours, only those 2 maps are available. Because Salmon Run, for whatever reason, the gates are closed because I get home from work at midnight, and they only run until like 6 o'clock at night. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just-
That's Nintendo trying to urge you to get some regularity in your life. It's like, come on, man, 9 to 5, get on it.
dude. But I work 4 until midnight. That's just what we work at the station.
That's
I can't
Nintendo
help it.
judging you. It's not me judging you. It's Nintendo judging you.
Yeah, good point.
Salmon Run frustrates me a lot.
Yeah, I still haven't played it yet because I
neither.
havenbe had a suitable time
Really,
to
eh?
be able to play it. Yeah.
I don't mind it. It's just frustrating as
Here's
hell.
my problem with the whole thing is like, okay, so I really like just jumping on and seeing what my friends are playing, or like just jumping in. Like if Brock's on, I'm gonna join his game. I actually don't think I've started up a game to just jump in a random room. I'm always joining friends, but I can really only do that in like a particular game mode. Like if Brock's off playing Salmon Run, it doesn't really show me that from that same friends list. I just want to like join whatever you're playing. I don't have to go over there first and see like, oh, I wonder if he's playing Salmon Run, and then join him. It's just a little complicated.
And correct me if I'm wrong. You can't play with your friends on competitive.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows
don't
the answer
know.
one way or
I don't
another
know.
to that question.
I don't think so, which is really fucking dumb.
Yeah, man.
I'm not level 10. I don't know.
So, oh really?
No.
Oh, I'm I think level 15 now. I don't
Me
get it.
too.
Like, yeah, high five
High
to the
five.
computer. All right. Yeah, it's just kind of annoying. Like, how are you supposed to become a pro esports player if I can't compete with my friends?
It's true. You've finally given up your Ghost Recon
I have.
Wildlands esports claim, and now moved on to Splatoon.
Yeah.
Splatoon is life.
Clearly.
Apparently.
You should see my new chest tat. It's just two inklings doing it.
Okay.
It's not.
I can't today.
Boys and girls, though. They're not
What?
even men and women. They're
They're
boys.
inklings.
They don't discriminate.
They're
They're just two
You
squids.
don't want to have two children.
just-
They're
Hold-
children in a world of ravaged. I don't know what the fuck. Evil salmon. I'd be banging each other too.
True. The world's coming to an end. And it's squid years, too. They age like dogs, so it's a little different.
Is that true? Is that how squids age?
Yep, definitely.
Okay, go. Facts.
They don't. Squids don't live as long as you, dude.
Oh.
That's
You don't,
what-
I don't know that. How do I know that? I've never spent time with a squid.
Exactly.
Haven't?
They gotta
What's
get
wrong
down to
with you?
business real
No.
quick, because, time's ticking.
Okay, I'll go hang out with a
If anime
squid.
has taught me anything, is that life will always be better if you spend it with a squid. So, there you go.
Is that like a sexual thing? Because I've seen some weird squid porn.
Brock, I would never say anything sexual on this podcast.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't. I'm bringing you to that, bringing you that zone.
I know.
Okay.
Anyways,
I had one beer and I'm just lit today. I am ready to go.
I did tell you guys ahead of time it'd be lit, fam. So get hyped. And that's, of course, where the show went
Not
off
see
the
that
rails.
coming.
Yeah, that's where the show went off the rails.
Sorry,
You make
Drew.
good points. You make good points. All right, next up. This is our last big subject for the show, and then we got a bunch of news. But we're just want to try to relax. It's summer vacation, everyone. So, whatever. Next up, Xbox One X. It's an exciting piece of hardware that's coming. It's on display at the Eaton Center, and you can go hug it if you want to. When asked about when consumers can pre-order the Xbox One X by a fan, Phil Spencer replied, quote, "Our plan is set for this. All approvals are done, so now is just landing the announce with all the info. It won't be that much longer." Of course, this comes days after the news that Xbox One X has been given FCC approval, which is sort of what has been holding pre-orders back. But I sort of wanted to use this to have a bigger discussion about Xbox One. We haven't really talked about it since the reveal at E3. Are we any more excited for this thing, or are we sort of down on Xbox One? Sean, I'm going to start with you. What do you think about Xbox One X?
I think Brock's
Especially-
giggling at going down on Xbox One. Is that?
Oh, I want to go down on
I
Xbox
think-
One. You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Is that how it works?
I have this weird thing that happens when like new hardware is announced, and I have this irrational like I must have it. That is exciting to me. Even though when I look down the list of features and stuff, I am in no rush to get a 4K TV. Everything runs through my home theater amplifier, which is bottlenecking to 1080p. So like from that perspective, I don't think so. But I also know just that there's more to visuals and like the overall experience of console gaming than like the Ps. So I kind of hope, I kind of wanted to see like if there's a little bit better visuals that has more to do with resolution, more maybe like lighting and shading, and if it means that any of my games I'm playing on Xbox never have that frame stutter that some of them might have before, then that's honestly worth it to me. Like if I know that when I play third-party games, I'm playing on my Xbox One X, and there's going to be no slowdown, that to me is worthwhile. Like I don't really put too much on 4K, and it just because it's 4K capable and because we're a bunch of simpletons, us people on the internet and gamers, we can only really focus on like one thing, and they throw a number and a letter together and we're all excited about it. I feel like there's more to it, so I'm holding out hope that there will be improvements aside from getting me up to 4,000 times better resolution. I think that's what that means.
4,000 times.
I think that's what it means,
Which
yeah.
it really won't. But
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's the thing.
did
Yeah,
anyone
'cause you're the one
watch?
here with a 4K
Did it?
TV.
Yeah. Did anyone watch that Crackdown 3 thing at Comic-Con last weekend? The panel and the demonstration of the game, because that was a total utter disaster with Terry Crews.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was bad that Xbox had to be like, we are sorry, we're going to look over that footage and never do that again, because that did not make the game look very good in the slightest.
Yeah.
It was, and the game does not look good. Everyone's asking, where are all the explosions? Why aren't the buildings like falling down like they promised? And that's only because it's in multiplayer now, which seems like a really big miss.
Yeah.
That storyline does not look interesting.
Yeah.
And that's your launch title. And that's still your only launch title is Crackdown
Hey,
3.
don't forget about Super Lucky's Tale.
Oh my god. Great. And we saw how well Yooka-Laylee sold, so I'm sure that's going to sell like
Oh,
hotcakes.
come on, Sean Capri has that game.
What, Yooka-Laylee?
Yeah.
I rented
Yeah,
it
and
from
it
the
was
library.
Yeah, and it was a fine game. It wasn't that great
It's
or
not that good.
memorable. Nobody is screaming for a new child platformer.
What about Bubsy, though?
No one wants Bubsy.
This guy
He's
wants
just
Bubsy.
waiting.
Jesus.
Waiting for it.
Only you.
Anytime
baited
I
you.
can mention Bubsy, of course I'm going to, because Bubsy's great.
Uh,
Brock doesn't know what he's talking about.
I just don't. This console is so weird to me still.
Yeah. I'm kind of with you. I mean, because again, I don't have a 4K TV. I'm sort of the way you are, Sean. I have a PS4 Pro. It does make, like, when it uses the super sampling, it does sort of eliminate some of the stuff you were actually talking about being some of the features you're sort of looking for, where there is a little bit less slowdown or even no slowdown on some games that there normally would be. The shaders are a little bit better because, again, it's sort of taking that 4K picture and downsizing to 1080. So I do think there's some merit there. Is it worth $550, I think, Canadian dollars? I think that's what it's going for. I don't know if it's worth that to someone who has 1080p TV. Of course, it sort of just depends on what your home setup is and what type of gamer you are and how much you really do care about graphics. I'm just not one of those people. And I mean, I have my PS4 Pro and I'm happy I have it. Because again, some of the games that I actually play a lot on my PS4 Pro actually do take advantage of it. Of course, Final Fantasy 14, but I won't go into that for Brock.
That's 3 times.
Yeah.
That's
Alright, gotcha.
3 times.
It actually, it's a game that, but I use it as an example for PS4 Pro because the game actually runs better. Like it's a lot less laggy. Everything loads a lot quicker. Like I think there are a lot more advantages with that game since it very much is basically a PC game on a console.
Ryan, I'm glad you brought up the Pro, because here's a problem. I don't get to talk about this stuff very often because my shows, like, we just talk about feelings and stupid stuff like that. We don't ever get
Yours
to
is
get
a
down to
happy
the
show.
nitty gritty like this. So this is awesome, because I think there's a major problem because console gamers are stupid, me included. We don't understand like what systems are comparable. Somehow Xbox with their Xbox One S managed to make that system an equivalent to the Pro, and it's not even close. Like, because one does 4K streaming video and then PS4 Pro does upsampling to 4K or whatever, somehow Xbox managed to spin some messaging that those two systems were the same, and it's not even close to this. And now what's weird is happening is this Xbox One X is being also compared to the Pro, and those aren't the same either. Like, we're actually talking about a whole bunch of different like iterations and levels of power, and they're not comparable at all. But we stupid console gamers are like, yeah, those are the same. Like, now we can compare the Pro to the X or the S to the Pro. Guys, it's newsflash. They're very, very different capabilities with all these systems. Rant over.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. That's a good rant, especially considering that so much of how that power is used is up to the developers, and a lot of third-party developers are going to develop for whatever the lowest console is, which is Xbox One, PS4, like the base consoles, like not even the S or the Pro.
See, I don't know if I agree with that either, though, because if that were the case, then like Nintendo would have been in no problem with the Wii. Like, everybody would have been developing for that. So I actually
Everyone
think
was developing for the Wii, though. They just developed shovelware.
totally. Well, and that's the
actual
reason why I
games.
don't think that argument holds a whole lot of water.
Good
I
point.
think that they actually develop for PCs and then downscale from there.
Well, okay. I mean, like they sort of start from there. It's just sort of the same thing, same comparison we had from when PS3 games and PS4 games were coming out on both consoles. Like they sort of had to up-res the 360 and
That's a
PS3
good point.
versions to the PS4, Xbox One versions, and I think that we're going to start to see games developed along those same lines, where they'll go down to the PS4 level and then scale up to the Xbox One X, but who knows how much of a difference that's really going to be with a lot of third parties. Again, first parties are really going to take advantage of it, just like Sony does with PS4.
Yeah,
Right.
It's all coming down to games here. Like, it's all coming down to game, and that's an expensive decision. Like, I love my Xbox One S. I think it's a great little console. It's light years better than the Xbox One, It's just solid and compact, and it looks great. The PS4 Pro is awesome, but the PS4 has so many good games. The Xbox does not have those games. There is just not. It's not comparable.
Well, I mean, good games is in quotations, as in the type of games you're into, because not everyone is into all the games that are on PlayStation.
I mean, well, all the exclusives. I mean, they're all good games. Like they're a wide range of good exclusives.
For example,
Xbox does not have those exclusives.
Yeah,
There's Phantom Dust. It ain't selling consoles. Fable Legends ain't selling consoles. These are card games I'm targeting because the card games are the worst.
You're just looking at me when you talk about them.
Yes, I am.
So happy right now. Well, I'm only talking about stuff like Persona, for example.
Yeah.
Persona is an awesome game, but it isn't a game that appeals to everyone because not everyone is into anime or RPGs.
That's okay, because then you got Horizon Zero Dawn, and you got Yakuza, and you have what I can't think of anything, but there's like even Pyre this week, and like
That's true. There are a lot of better indie games,
and they're definitely like Japanese, like aimed at like that kind of RPG thing.
Yeah.
Xbox needs some goddamn RPGs.
Yeah. They had Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3 out of nowhere without the other games.
Blue Dragon is great, but the game came out 9 years ago. We need to get another RPG on there.
What about Lost Odyssey?
Great, that also came out 9 years ago. 9 years ago. Don't quote me on that, but it was it was 360 days. Like, we need another RPG than 360 ones.
You've officially been quoted.
Thanks, great.
You said
quote.
not to quote you, so I'm going to quote.
Okay, quote me. Quote away.
I mean, we are getting that hot exclusive of Night Trap next month. Rob,
Jesus.
so
And the Xbox One has been delayed. The Night Trap version.
Also, Bubsy is a PS4 and PC exclusive.
Oh, Jesus.
So there you go. I take everything I said back.
No, I just played the Xbox. Well, it was an Xbox exclusive up until I guess last week on Super Hot this week.
Yeah.
Holy hell, that's a good game. Everyone at home should be playing Super Hot.
Yeah.
But it's expensive on the PlayStation Store.
Yeah, it is.
$40?
It was really cheap with the PS Plus discount pre-order, but yeah, after
$40. It's a 2-hour game,
much.
but it's a good game.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that expensive on the Xbox. It was like $15, wasn't it? $20?
I think it was $20.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's a damn good game. Download Super Hot.
But you don't pay tax on the PlayStation Store. Whereas on the Xbox Store you do.
Yeah, you don't?
What?
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't know that, Sean?
No,
I thought you did.
do.
No, when you go
On
to
the
your
PlayStation?
when you go to your checkout, next time you check out a game on PS4, check the tax section.
I will.
Trust me.
All right. Well, maybe I'll
This
just
is
do it
something
right now then.
This was something I didn't know until someone else pointed out to me that the PlayStation Store does not charge.
That sounds illegal.
It does sound.
I think they're going to come after you now. The tax evasion. I think that's what tax evasion
They
is.
finally. It's not tax evasion. If they don't charge me tax, what am I supposed to do about that?
You have to make sure that you pay it.
All right, so it's time for the news. So we just have a couple news stories we've got to round up this week. Surprisingly, there's more news than I sort of expected in the middle of the summer. We're going to talk about some interesting stuff, though, at least. So, first off, Screaming Villains have announced that Night Trap 25th Anniversary Edition has a release date, finally. It's coming in a limited physical run starting on August 11th, and it will be available digitally on PS4 and Steam starting on August 15th. And as Brock mentioned earlier in the show, the Xbox version has been delayed. There will be about 5,000 copies of the limited physical version if you want it. Comes with some goodies and some cool stuff if you want it.
Wow, they are not expecting big numbers on this game.
No, it's through limited run gaming. Where they always sort of have like something very like physical copies for digital games, but they always are like a very small number.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna pick this game up.
Yeah.
I'm just not
FMV
very stoked on it at all.
Oh, come on. It looks like a cheesy 90s movie. It looked great.
Does it though?
I mean, it's a Sega CD game, of course, so that clearly makes
Sean, are you gonna be playing Night Trap?
I don't know why anybody is like really paying much attention to a Sega CD game. Period. Like, I mean, no. I know
Ryan would be all over this.
Well, I had a Sega CD.
You
so
should
that's
be.
why I feel like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
That's okay.
This is
Ri-
skip it for me.
Yeah.
I'll be playing
Yeah.
It's
Splatoon
definitely-
still.
Yeah. Good point. I mean,
I'll be playing Mario vs. Rabbids by that point.
Let's just be real here. I'll probably still be playing Final Fantasy 14.
Of course. Oh, that's 4. That is 4.
I mean, you just keep just throwing some dinghies at me.
He's gonna get up to
Knock it out of the
14.
park. Yeah. That's too much metaing, Sean. I'm sorry. All right. Next up, speaking of Square Enix, Square Enix has announced that Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age will be coming to North America sometime in 2018. The localization has started. though we don't know when the Switch, PS4, or 3DS versions are coming, or if this only applies to a certain version of the game.
Probably not a 3DS
Or
version.
what's going on with it. So yeah, are we excited about Dragon Quest 11?
Yes.
Nope.
Yeah?
Yep. Yep. 100%.
Good for you.
Not a Dragon Quest fan, Sean? Or
No, this is so foreign to me. It's not even like Dragon Quest Heroes is a game I played for 7 minutes, and Builders I also played for maybe 9 minutes. So that's my entire.
That's not like Dragon Quest stuff.
But that's
Yeah, it's not
those are the
Dragon Quest.
gateway cards that they try to throw at you. They're like, oh, so you don't know these things, but here these are easy to get into, and I just no. There's like, I don't know. I want to.
I'm a big
I don't. It's not a purposeful like avoidance. It just never happened for me. You know. It's kind of like sex for some of those unfortunate people.
it's true.
Just never happened for them.
Yep. I mean, turn-based RPGs are sort of my bag, and that's what Dragon Quest is. Dragon Quest is basically what would happen to Final Fantasy if Final Fantasy never went in the action RPG route, where it was just turn-based forever. So that's kind of why I like Dragon Quest.
I used to have Dragon Quest for like the Game Boy Color and loved the shit out of that game.
Yeah.
And this is
They
why I
are
like
fun.
you guys, because you actually know things about games. I think the fact that you're Dragon Quest fans automatically just makes you smarter than the rest of us.
Well, I wouldn't call myself. I'm actually more of a Final Fantasy fan than a Dragon Quest fan, but I do really like Dragon Quest.
I like Dragon Quest because it's a lot easier than Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Good point. There's
All
less
right, well,
grinding
maybe
usually.
There's a lot less grinding, and I like not grinding.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be.
As someone who's been playing Kingdom Hearts again this week, that game requires a lot of grinding because those boss fights are fucking hard.
Yeah.
Move over, Dark Souls. Kingdom Hearts is goddamn
I
hard.
thought that's why we put Crash Bandicoot in that slot. In fact, what's
Ah,
harder, Kingdom Hearts or Crash Bandicoot, Brock?
Kingdom Hearts.
Really?
Kingdom Hearts.
Crash Bandicoot's really
It's
hard.
gotta be. Kingdom Hearts is way harder.
Kingdom Hearts is really hard.
I guess.
You know who else is really hard? Me, right now.
Just Brock hard, of course.
I like how you look off to the imaginary crowd.
There's a camera right here and our audience, and they're going, woo, Brock.
Anytime Brock says Brock hard, they just cheer at home.
That's
how
true.
it works.
My mom is hanging her head in shame right now.
Whenever Sean listens to the show, clearly that's what you must do, right? That's how this works.
It's like when Steve Urkel goes, "Did I do that?" And it was like, "Yeah, he said it. Hooray!"
All right, well, we're going to move on to some really weird news, but sticking with Square Enix. So, the Regalia, which is the car from Final Fantasy 15, is coming to Forza Horizon 3 as a free download, provided you have played Final Fantasy 15 on your Xbox and own Forza Horizon 3.
That is
What do you think
very
about that?
weird. Incredibly weird partnership. But I'm cool. I'm into it.
Yeah.
I think
I
when
mean,
when you hop into it, does it just drive to the locations for you?
That would be awesome if
Everything's
I didn't
just
have
on
to
autoplay.
drive.
Well, they actually patched it so you can actually drive wherever you want now in Final Fantasy 15. But
I like the auto drive. I thought it was awesome.
I thought it was the worst.
Oh, I loved it.
I don't like when people drive for me. I like to do the driving. Like when we're playing the Hot Wheels expansion for Forza Horizon 3.
It gave me time to like eat pizza and like just listen to their conversations.
You could also listen to all the awesome Final Fantasy music on the radio.
That is
True.
sweet.
That was
Not-
cool.
not-
That was a nice touch.
Yeah. So it comes on August 1st, so this week. So if you have Forza Horizon 3, get hyped because it's going to be fun.
Also, Square Enix, I know it's on your notes, but a little game called Re-Legend, which is part of the Square Enix collective,
Yeah.
got fully funded in less than 24 hours this week, and that game looks amazing. It's like a cross between Monster Rancher and like Harvest Moon, and I am very excited for it.
I think I'm going to have to check this out.
It's coming out on PC first, but it looks like they're going to hit all their goals, so it'll be coming to Switch and PlayStation, and I am very excited. It looks really, really damn cute.
Surprisingly, those Square Enix collective games are actually starting to pop up now, and some of them are kind of interesting.
And it's
Except for the sequel to Fear Effect, which looks weird.
Yeah, this one's been in development for I think 2-3 years now, so it's pretty far along. So they expect release next year, and I am stoked. If I had $75,000, I would give it to them so I could be an NPC character in that
Whoa,
game.
whoa. You don't have $75,000?
I know. Shockingly, for those listening, podcasts do not give you a lot of money.
Nope.
We are eating a box of Cheerios from 7 weeks ago.
There you go.
I've had Kraft singles for my daily diet.
What I'm trying to say is sponsor us.
Slices.
I need to give up my life of hooking, all right?
Jesus.
You don't really want
Dark.
that though. That's the thing.
I don't really want that. No.
No, of course not.
No.
All right, so 2 more nerd stories. Now, this next story would have been topic of the week if the ghost with the most, Drew McMillan, was on the show this week. But in fact, he's not here, so the only one excited about this is me. At a hot Hasbro conference call, it was revealed that Magic Digital Next will be unveiled on August 3rd as part of Hasbro's Investor Day. It's basically like the sequel to Magic Online, where you play Magic the Gathering. It's going to be awesome. So, yeah, we're going to move on from that.
Great.
I'm the only one who likes card games.
I can hear the crickets.
Oh, come on. At least I didn't talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! This week.
I'm happy for you, Ryan. I'm
That's
happy
true,
you're
yeah.
happy.
That's almost what I say, Sean. I'm just happy that
But-
Ryan's so
but
happy.
Brock, I'm going to play my Pot of Greed Magic card.
The Pot of Greed is a killer card.
It's a magic card that allows me to draw 2 more cards to my hand from my deck. Pot of Greed is the best Yu-Gi-Oh card ever. I'm sorry, it just is. Go look that up on YouTube, Sean, if you have time. Just Pot of Greed.
I'm on it right now. I can't wait to learn more about it.
If you have time. The guy, he's hanging out with us on a Saturday afternoon. He clearly has some extra time.
It's true.
That's good. All right, last news story. And this
Thing
is,
Sean could be doing other than listening to me. Hanging out, watching Pot of Greed videos on YouTube.
Why don't
You
I
can
do it
learn-
at the same
tell-
time?
you can tell Lincoln all about Pot of Greed. It'll be great. It'll be his favorite magic card. All right.
Yep.
Last news story. The Sims 4 is coming to console. Get hyped, everyone. It's coming to PS4 and Xbox One on November 17th. In case that date sounds familiar, it's the same day as Star Wars Battlefront 2 for whatever goddamn reason.
Why would EA put out 2 games on the same day? Second off, I am very excited for this game, in theory, until I get the controls in my hand. I'll be like, I fucking hate this game.
Well, did you play the Sims on any other console?
Not since, like, Xbox 360 days.
Okay. Well, that was the last time they released one.
Okay, yeah, and I did not like the controls one bit.
I think
There's a
the Sims
3DS
2
game, wasn't there?
There
I feel like I
was.
played
Weird.
it on
I
3DS.
think there was.
Weird.
There
Sims
was-
4 looks a lot of fun.
Yeah. I actually have it on PC, and I actually really like The Sims as a series.
I love The Sims. I think it's a great game.
I've always usually played them on PC. I've never tried the console versions. I could see it working. But
I put all the people I hate in one room and then watch them like kill themselves. It's very exciting.
what, you just put them in there and then just
And a bunch of ovens or something, yeah, or pools. Have Sims gotten any smarter?
They've gotten a little smarter, but you can still murder them.
Sweet.
Anyway,
Does the Grim Reaper still come?
Yes.
Nice. Yes. Can I be a bank robber?
You can still be a bank robber. Yeah.
Cool.
The criminal tree is available to you. Where you
Cool. Because in The Sims 3, you could be like a rock star. You could be like a robber. You could be all kinds of
Yeah,
things.
you can be a space warrior. You can be all kinds of stuff.
Didn't The Sims 4 remove a bunch of things that made people like mad though?
Yeah, but then they patched them all in. So by the time we
Oh.
get this version, it's got all the stuff.
Can I have kinky sex? Sim sex?
Yeah, I like pretending like
Nice.
The Sims is Leisure Suit Larry. What, Larry? I can never say
Yeah.
that damn name. Yeah, just pretend it's a sex sim.
I want to live out my 50 Shades of Brock, like Sim.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice branding.
Sweet. Thanks. Yeah. Hashtag 50 Shades of Brock.
I mean, everything goes along with the name.
Can I make a sex dungeon?
You can.
I am very excited for The Sims 4. That's
I
what I'm
really
trying to
like
say.
the
I'm just
one
saying the
here,
controls are
Brock.
probably going to be not fun.
So on November 17th, you finally made your choice. It's not going to be Battlefront 2. It's going to be Sims 4.
Yes, probably. That is probably true. I'm not ready to be burned by Star Wars Battlefront again.
I'm actually really excited for Battlefront.
I know.
But-
I'm trying to keep my expectations
but-
into check.
I think actually Sims 4. A lot of people are going to be sleeping on this when it comes out, but I think it's going to be really good. So
It's also been out on the PC for how long?
2014 was when it came out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
It came out a little bit after SimCity did.
Right.
That SimCity port that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see it like being a huge seller, but it is cool that it's coming to console.
Yeah.
It is a nice, here
I
you
think
go.
There's a specific demographic that's going to be all over that.
Oh, for sure. And they probably wouldn't care about Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe they're smart. Also, fun fact: if you pre-order the deluxe edition, you get to start playing the game on the 14th. So you get a 3-day early access window. But if you are an EA Access member, you can also play 7 days ahead of time, just like every. EA
Which you should be because EA Access is really sweet.
Yeah, because Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2 are coming this month to EA Access.
Oh, I gotta play new Titanfall 2. I want to play 4-player co-op.
There's that DLC that's coming.
Yeah.
That free DLC.
This is your daily reminder that Titanfall 2 is a really damn good
We
game.
should play
It
tonight,
was-
guys. I'm just saying. After
I
this,
don't-
we should play.
I am going to an Xbox event, and Ryan was going to be my hot date, but he decided to dump me.
Or you could just turn me down in front of everybody listening to this podcast. That's
yeah,
cool.
definitely. Yeah, no, fuck you, Sean. I don't want to hang out with you either.
Like, and then later you can tell me, like, by the way, I just didn't want to embarrass you on the show, but like I ain't playing with you.
I'll play it with you tomorrow.
No, man, I'm busy.
Okay, fine.
I don't even think I'll have the game on the same platform anyway.
I have it on Xbox.
I have it on PlayStation.
Xbox. That's where it's at.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just all by myself again.
It's actually a free weekend.
It is free weekend, so you can just download it.
That's true, I could. All right. So that seamlessly transitions us into what we've been playing this week. So,
holy.
Sean, you're new to the show. What have you been playing this week? You don't get to talk about this too often on We the Gamercast, so
that's true.
Your spot here.
Well, I've only been playing Splatoon. Really, is kind of the thing. I jumped back into Horizon Zero Dawn a little bit, and I feel like my enjoyment of this is directly linked to how much time I have to play it. Because if I've got like a half an hour, 45 minutes, I think this is the worst game that's ever been created. But if I've got like a day to waste somehow, then like I get it, man. Like I do want to just run around and like kill things and collect stuff, and like and it's an open world game. So it's just I'm in a weird place in my life because this is a game that I should really think is amazing, but I don't know, man. I'm so torn on it. I haven't gone so back and forth on a game as I have with Horizon Zero Dawn. I just found out what Zero Dawn is all about, and I don't know if I'm pumped about it or if it's kind of like,
wow.
Well, yeah, it's like it was a.
How are you not hooked? That game had me like dragging in.
Don't you dare spoil it for me.
I will not. Ryan hasn't played this game. I don't know what's wrong with him. It's such a good game.
I mean,
I loved it.
Good.
I loved every minute of it.
I'm not taking that away from it. I just don't know that it's like, oh my goodness, this is the best exclusive on PlayStation 4. Like, I don't know. And that's okay. Like that, it's not a knock against the game for it not to be the greatest game on a console. Like I feel like that kind of gets totally overblown when somebody makes a statement like that. But I like it.
If Zelda hadn't come out this year, it would be the #1 game of the year for me.
Also, like the best game on a console is very subjective, anyways. Like
totally,
my favorite game on the console is not going to be yours and not going to be Brock's. Like everyone's pretty different. So
I think the voice acting is pretty laughable for most of the characters. I don't really care about a lot of what's going on. I'm finding, but the gameplay is fun. Like as I'm starting to kind of like get new weapons and be able to take down some of these big enemies, it's good times. But the voice, I think the acting in it is really, really bad. The facial animations that everybody kind of destroyed Mass Effect over, probably just as bad here as well. So
the facial animations were really bad in Mass Effect.
They were, and I think they're bad here as well. But they get a pass because PlayStation.
You must be playing a different version of the game than me. They had that guy from Lost acting his heart out.
Was he from Lost or was he from?
Yeah, he's from Lost. What?
Was he from Lost or was he from Quantum Break?
Oh, both. He's both. He's from both. Sorry. One of those things I remember. One of those things I push out the back of my mind.
Quantum Break's the best, right?
I like that game a lot too.
I couldn't get into that game.
Oh yeah.
That was not doing it for me.
I have a Quantum Break like non-hater on the show.
I'm
so happy right now.
Was not feeling that game one bit.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
Anyways, what else have you been playing
other
than
just Horizon and Splatoon, and that's pretty much it for me. It's boring for me.
Yeah, and to be honest, that's sort of like a good mix of games, especially if you don't have a lot of time. Because again, Horizon's therefore you have the longer days, and you have a really quick pick up and play game like Splatoon, which is it's perfect for that. Because every game you can get it in a game and out in like 5 minutes. So it's good for sort of having to move around and do stuff. Brock, what have you been playing this week?
I played a lot of games this week. I did nothing but play games.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. I played a lot of Splatoon 2. I played Pyre, which I am loving. It's like a basketball RPG. Like this and like Oregon Trail. It knocks off all my boxes. I am so happy with it. Loving it. Been playing Shovel Knight. Loving it. I was literally just playing it. No, I played it way back in the day.
Okay.
But now it's like fresh, and I don't really remember it, so this is awesome.
We got to talk about Spectre of Torment when you finish.
Yes.
The original Shovel Knight and Spectre of Torment.
I'm gonna do it all. I finished Super Hot. I finished Dream Daddy, which was fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
you gotta talk to us about Dream.
There's a whole secret cult ending I want to talk about on the show one day, but it's still not out there publicly. It's hidden, and we don't know if it's supposed to be in the game yet or not, but people have found it in the code, and they've, like, made it come to life. So there is video of it, and it is very fucking weird.
That's
Like,
really
incredibly weird. It puts the game on a dark, dark, dark path. But Dream Daddy was a lot of fun. The music is killer. It's got my friend's band Pup in it, so that's cool.
Oh, nice.
It's got they're from Toronto. It's really cool visual novel.
Yes.
Where, for those that don't know, you play a hot dad dating other hot dads.
Yeah.
Some of them are married to their wives, and you ruin their marriages.
And you get to make your own dad too.
You make your own dad, and mine looks like Goku on vacay, and he lays the pipe down and fucks other dads.
You got the Goku hair.
He's got the Goku hair. It is I had a blast with that game. It's super hot. I loved. It was my first time playing Super Hot. Till I miss it. Love that game. Totally worth it. It's way too expensive though on the PlayStation Store. I want to play the VR experience real bad.
I still really want to play the VR version. I have a PlayStation
But it's like $60. It's just that's too much. But it's a fun game. And Kingdom Hearts. I've been playing Kingdom Hearts too.
The first one, right?
Yeah,
Kingdom Hearts?
yeah. I'm gonna finally finish Kingdom Hearts again for I think the third time now.
I mean, you've got an entire year to catch up.
I do.
The next one.
At least a year. At least a year. Yeah, so that's been me. That's been my week. It's been a lot of gaming. I haven't really seen the sun a lot.
It's true.
I don't know why. I haven't. Yeah. So yeah, that's my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm playing a lot of good games this week. I think that's why I've been playing so many.
It seems like you've got like a good batch of games.
I wanna play through Pyre like maybe tonight, depending on how drunk I get, and tomorrow. I am super obsessed with Pyre. The art style, the music, everything about it. The basketball element is really cool.
Nice.
You might not know this. I'm not a big basketball fan, but I love basketball games a lot.
Yeah. I'm really the Pirates are one of those games I really want to try at some point. It's just I have to make time for other things.
Yes, like Persona.
That's
Oh,
true. I do need to play
God, I
Persona.
gotta get to that too.
God.
One day I'll finish Persona
Maybe
2.
I'll put my Persona disc in my PlayStation 4 one day.
One day.
One day.
And Ryan, what have you been playing
Well, Brock,
other than my
I'm
heartstrings?
glad you asked. There's this little game I'm reviewing.
Oh my
this
God.
week called Final Fantasy 14 that I've been playing all week because I've been capturing footage for it.
Why did I even ask?
I also beat X-Death last night. It was so cool. X-Death is like, he's the big boss in Final Fantasy V, but also one of the big raid bosses in this game. It is awesome. That fight with X-Death is amazing. But that was like basically the very last raid boss in this game. So I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 a lot.
Are you done it now? Are you finally retiring this game?
Well, I mean, again, I was mostly playing this week for capture. So because I'm doing a video review. For it.
Sure,
How
for
many
capture.
hours you got in this?
In
Jeez.
Final Fantasy 14, I think I hit past the 300-hour mark this week, just since
What?
the extension came out.
And this game's been out for 2 weeks?
No, it's been out for about a month now.
It's been a month?
Yeah, about a month.
You've been talking about Final Fantasy 14 for a month?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
it. That's what's
300
cut.
hours?
That's just this expansion. So I mean, probably lifetime for Final Fantasy 14. I've probably put in 3 or 4 months. So like 90 days.
Good- good for you.
Holy fuck.
In hours.
Good for you, man.
That's not even as much. Again, I once posted my World of Warcraft playtime on Twitter before. That was a big mistake because that was almost a year of playtime.
I'm jealous. I'm actually jealous. I'm not even judging.
You
I'm
played
actually-
Final Fantasy 14 longer than I've ever had a relationship.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Yeah, I mean.
Wow.
But to be fair, I'm just the type of person who really likes MMOs. It's the type of game that I relax with, that I listen to podcasts or do anything relaxing while watching.
When you say you listen to We the Gamercast while playing Final Fantasy 14?
It's mostly
This
Sean's
is why
fault
I'm
that I
not
keep
judging
playing.
it.
That's a shout out.
Yeah, because
Thank you.
Sean will put on about an hour show that gives me enough time to do at least a dungeon and then some quests before I have to move on to something else. So there you go. It's just fueling my obsession with Final Fantasy 14.
Don't put this on Sean.
No,
Your addiction is not on Sean's hands.
You can put it on my hand. Guys, I forgot to say, it's weird because, I listen to you guys every single week, and so when you ask, what have I been playing, I just said kind of this week, but I did want to let you know that I played Little Nightmares because of Brock.
Yes. Did you like it?
And I did like it. I didn't love it, but I
Okay.
liked it quite a lot.
Did you like it more than Inside?
No, I liked Inside actually quite a bit more.
I liked it way more than Inside.
Yeah, but truth be told, we're Inside haters, though.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that game. I'm super stoked for the DLC for Little Nightmares.
Yeah, no, it was like totally
Wasn't
came
it
out of nowhere,
gorgeous
very
though?
different.
Did you finish it?
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
Is
Like,
that-
I actually kind of like when I was playing it, I'm like, I kind of want it to be done. I kind of want it to be at the end, and that to me is
Yeah.
kind of like the sign of like I'm not absolutely loving this thing, but it's so interesting and so different, and like I'm kind of loving that Limbo essentially kind of gave birth to this totally
for sure.
adult. It's like an adult cartoon, but like on the side scroller front.
Some of those creatures are fucking terrifying.
Yeah, man.
They are like super,
called Little Nightmares.
super creepy.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be creepy.
Like big fat hands coming out you under a bed. Like, this reminds me of my childhood and those weird things my uncle used to do. What?
Okay.
All right.
Sounds like a repressed memory to me. But
Well, you could say it was a little nightmare to me. Nope. Okay. Shake my head. All right. But the beer is fading off, Ryan. I need more beer to keep me going.
Clearly. Well, we're going to wrap up soon, but I do have to mention, I did play other games this week, bro.
Oh, wow.
I played Echo the Dolphin this week. And I played Echo to the Tides of Time this week. And what else did I play this week? I played some NHL 94. I played some Narc. It's been a good week. I like retro games a lot. Retro games and MMOs, that's all I play nowadays. 'Cause I'm an old man.
You broke me. And you actually have these physical. Like, you have Echo the
They're
Dolphin.
on the shelf.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
In
I've
fact,
seen them.
Not only that, I have 2 copies of Echo the Dolphin because I have the Genesis version, but also the Sega CD version.
So which version did you play this week?
I played the Genesis version of both because that way I get the full Echo experience by playing them both on the same.
And is it as good as you remember?
I mean, they're not awful. It's not as bad as at that time.
Where is Drew? Someone needs to stop this madness.
I mean, I did play Bubsy 2 weeks ago, and that was awful.
So this is what happens when you don't play Final Fantasy, you play Echo the Dolphin. Jesus.
I need to break it up with retro games. I also played Home Alone on the Genesis. I played some Flashback.
I'm wondering how many people like reply or leave feedback on this show to say, you know what, I trust Ryan's taste implicitly, and I will just like whatever he says, I will play it. I want to meet that person.
Believe me, Sean, that never happens.
Shocking! I'm so surprised. I think I'm gonna have a heart attack and die from not surprised.
I mean, I'm not saying Echo the Dolphin's a perfect game, but it's not the worst thing I've ever played. It's not Dead Rising chalk till you drop.
I think it's pretty safe to say that you're probably the only person in the world this week that went back and played Echo the Dolphin. I think that's a pretty safe
I
bet.
have so many games on my shelf, Brock. I need to know if they hold up.
It reminds me of that scene in Armageddon where they're playing with the Animal Crossing or the Animal crackers. Like, is there any chance that any 2 people are doing this exact same thing at this exact same moment? What do you think? Maybe there is. If somebody else isn't playing Echo the Dolphin, then what the hell are we trying to save? You know
I mean, does Warlock, the video game based off the hit movie Warlock, hold up? Nobody will know unless I play.
That's true.
So,
Somebody's got to
That's true.
answer that.
I have to ask, where is the new Echo the Dolphin?
It's never coming.
It's never coming? Are those rights totally gone?
No, just Sega.
It was Sega, right?
Yeah, Sega's just broken my heart so many times that it's never coming back.
You don't know that.
No.
You don't know that. We could get Echo the Dolphin on the Switch.
Just like we're never getting another Phantasy Star, Brock.
We're getting another fucking Bubsy. We can get anything.
That's true.
Anything is possible.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Someone went to a meeting and pitched Bubsy, and they were like, okay, let's make that happen. I can't get a Half-Life 3, but I can get a Bubsy.
That's true. You're not wrong.
Why?
We also can't get a Lunar 3, but instead we get a Bubsy instead.
I can't get a new Phantasy Star Online. Can't get
just-
anything.
I don't even care about Phantasy Star Online. We just
I
need
do.
Phantasy Star 5.
That I'll take that. I'll take any Phantasy Star game.
I'd be so happy.
Sean, are you a Phantasy Star fan?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm glad you guys are.
Yeah, we like Cosmic Star Heroine as well. That's a really good one.
I do. I like
Oh,
space.
I did a big thing this week, you guys.
What's that?
I wanted to bring this up. So I was at EB Games, and I was getting rid of some Wii U games. I don't really trade in games, but I was getting rid of some Wii U games because they're
What'd you get
still
rid of?
good value. Got rid of Mario Kart and Smash Bros. And that Paper Mario thing. I'm never gonna play my Wii U again. It's gonna sit there on the shelf, okay?
Especially with Mario Kart on the Switch.
And they gave me like $15 for each game, so whatever. I gave them away. And so to get like an extra 40% trading credit, which is pretty good. I had to pre-order a game, and guess what I pre-ordered?
Bubsy?
Knack 2, baby.
Oh, yeah.
$5 down. Yep.
Woo!
Yep. Things I am never gonna pick up.
Why?
And Knack fucking 2.
Wait, hold on. You pre-ordered it, but you're never picking it up?
No, I think it's a total joke. I'm never gonna play Knack 2.
Oh,
Are you
okay.
kidding me?
So you did it just to get the 40%. You don't have to.
I'm not gonna pre-order a game in general. I'm just gonna, so that $5 can go to Knack 2, and I feel like I can support. So when I trash talk the shit out of that game after playing it, I at least donated some money towards it.
Review copies of Knack 2 now.
Oh, I am. Oh, I am gonna. Oh, yeah.
Then
Bring it on,
then
Knack 2.
Knackening. Then
Yeah.
Knackening. Get hype. It's never too early to announce Knack 3, guys. It
It-
can happen any day now.
And with my $5 pre-order, we might get an Act 3.
All right, we're going to wrap up the show, but before we do, of course, we always talk about this week's new releases real quick. So, the Long Dark's official release is out this week. It was in early access forever.
Penis
It's
reference.
officially out. Tacoma.
I'm except for Tony.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Tacoma. Tacoma, of course, most people who might not know this, it's the new game from Fulbright, the company that did Gone Home.
Mm-hmm.
Gone Home was an awesome video game. I'm hoping
I'll have a review of Tacoma out this week.
Everybody knows this as the story of lesbian astronauts, and we get to learn of their love story.
I'm kind of worried because they did a huge push for this game last year, and there's been no buzz about it this year.
Well, it was supposed to come out last year.
Yeah, but
And then
there's
it got delayed by
nothing.
an entire
There is
year.
nothing about it.
Yeah, good point.
It's only Xbox, right? And PC,
It's
yeah.
coming to PS4 later.
Yeah.
But it's a timed exclusive.
Yeah, suck it, PS4.
Yeah. But speaking of PS4
Launch
exclusives,
exclusive.
I wonder if you get the scissor in that game.
Patapon Remastered's out this week. Woohoo! I'm excited.
I don't know what that means, Ryan.
Patapon was a PSP game. It was a PSP rhythm strategy game.
Oh, nope, not for me.
And it was totally awesome, and people are missing out if they didn't play Patapon. I'm going to invoke my inner Greg Miller and play Patapon this week. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. You're going to love it.
All right.
Sweet.
Next up, Overcooked came to Switch. That's a game that...
I've been playing Overcooked 2 this week on the Switch. It is extremely hard.
It is
on the
hard.
Switch.
What the heck?
It is very hard on the Switch. I was playing a few rounds this morning with a friend, and we were not getting along playing it.
Yeah. It's one of those games that makes you want to murder the other person you're playing with.
Yeah, I have a lot of trips coming up, and I'm going to totally, I joked about it on Twitter, but I'm totally going to ask the person next to me on the flight to play with me.
Oh, God.
We're going to get really boozed up on a flight and play Overcooked.
You're going to make them hate you, aren't you?
I usually make them hate me anyways. So yes.
Good point.
Yes. It's probably my smell.
Oh, God.
Next up, Avon Colony, a game that the Ghost with the Most, Drew McMillan, has been playing and is reviewing for the site when he comes back from vacation.
He quite liked it, I think. The reviews have been very positive for this
he's
game.
been really liking it. He hasn't put up his review yet. He said he's going to put it up when he comes back. So,
It's like a space simulator. It looks really cool.
yep. Last on the list, and I thought this was a joke.
Yes.
Canadian Football 17. Woohoo!
Can we-
Isn't that out?
Can we
Didn't
buy
that come out
this?
last week?
Yeah,
It's
it
out.
is. Out.
I thought it was an actual joke. I actually laughed when I heard about it, and I was like, no fucking way. They couldn't even get the CFL right, so they made
No.
their own. It looks horrible.
From what I hear, it's absolutely awful, too.
It looks like N64 game. I saw it and I was like, yes, this is Canadian football, clearly. This is a joke.
You know what it looks like to me? It looks like that rugby game from 2014.
Oh,
I
Jesus.
don't remember what it's called. It was like Rugby 2014.
Why? Who made this game? What do we know about this game, and why is it coming out?
It's made by
Indie
Canuck
developer.
Play.
Yep.
Of course it is. Please tell me more. I saw...
You can do local multiplayer for 2 players. Let's see. This is $15.99 Canadian. I don't think it's available anywhere else.
$50.99?
15.
15. 1
Oh.
5. It's $16. It has a 2.2 rating on the Xbox Store. 2.2
Ooh.
stars out of 5.
Is it
First
because it
review
has-
from Planet of Harambe.
Ah, my man! He ain't dead. The hero lives on. All right.
Killed Sean.
All right.
Planet of Harambe.
Harambe, baby. For those that don't know, I have a horrible tattoo with Harambe on my
You're
arm.
currently showing off to the
I'm
camera.
going to show you off right there. That's it, right there.
He says this game blows. I might as well plug in the Sega Genesis and play Madden 95. Oh, that's great. Oh.
I hate making fun of games. I actually don't. I think it's great. But, honestly, this game does not look good. It looks like why? Why would this come out when we have, Madden?
It's also really weird because it has teams like the Saskatchewan Knights that has the exact same colors as the London Knights, with like a similar logo and everything. It's like the London Knights.
So is
hockey
it
team.
is it CFL rules?
It's CFL rules, but it's made up teams. And
For those that are American, our Canadian Football League has totally different rules than the NFL. There's only 3 downs. The fields are bigger.
yeah,
Yep. Longer and
There's only 9 teams, so they constantly play each other, and like the same team wins every single year.
There was at one point there were 2 teams named Rough Riders.
Yep.
So they would play each other in the finals, and it was Rough Riders versus Rough Riders.
No one goes to the games unless you're like angry drunk. I used to go to the BC Lions games all the time and get like fights. It was hilarious.
People go to Argos games.
Oh, they do? I've never been. I used to go to the Lions games. I remember Black Eyed Peas played one Grey Cup, and it was a disaster.
I used to go see the Stampeders when I lived in Calgary all the time. Because
Well, what else are you gonna do?
yeah, good point. Well, I used to have Flames.
God.
I remember the Mid Canada loves their CFL.
Yeah,
My grandparents loved the CFL.
especially Albertans.
Yeah.
My
I don't
dad
know who
loved
this game. I don't know who this game is for. I don't know why it's coming
I
out.
think it's for me. I think I
Like
want to play
CFL, I
this.
guess.
You guys should
I don't
check
know
it
if
out.
they-
Check out some gameplay footage because my favorite part is that the little Canuck Game Studios logo is basically like the backside of a nickel. It's got a little beaver on there, and the studio, like the stadiums, are just like really crappy. Like these are smaller than like the high school stadiums in the States.
Yeah.
There's some nice forestry behind in the background. It looks god awful, but I want
Shout out to my buddy P Macca, who put up how to get every achievement in this game this week. I
Nice.
saw it on the way here. So he sat through this game and got every achievement.
Yeah.
I mean,
He is an achievement hunter though,
It
and does
could
make
be-
some amazing guides.
maybe it's not the worst game in the world. It's not.
It is probably better than Ben-Hur.
It is probably better than Ben-Hur. Ben-Hur was a bad game. A game you used to talk about a lot, bro.
I did. It was free, and I thought it was really funny.
We got all the achievements.
I smoke too much pot and play games apparently to think these things are fun.
Especially Ben-Hur.
Especially Ben-Hur.
Yeah. All right, so
Look at Sean. Sean is deep in thought right
know,
now.
I'm looking
He's
at
like,
the-
"Where's my credit card? I gotta buy this game."
Sean's pretty excited about
I'm
this.
pretty pumped about it. It's got that big, huge, fat football that we play with. Oh,
Yeah.
this is
Nice.
great.
Hey, if you buy it, I'll buy it
Yeah.
just to fucking play with it.
Wide
it
receiver start
seems-
at full sprint, man. This is great.
I am all for supporting this and paying money.
I actually think a CFL game would be a cool idea. It just doesn't seem like this was executed the right way.
Who would
But
buy it? No one would buy it. There'd be like 7 people. Okay, there's one.
I like it.
Sean's dad
Yeah.
would buy it.
See, Sean would buy it. See?
My dad would buy an
Sean would
Xbox
buy it.
One for this.
Just put CFL mode in in Madden. That'd be fine. You don't even have to give me the
not
rules.
a
Just
bad
let me
idea,
play Canadian
actually.
football rules.
That's actually not a terrible idea.
I know. That's if I ran E EA.
I think that
Good
it's
call.
actually more that the reason why this is something I was actually reading about when researching this game is that the CFL doesn't like to give up its license to video games for whatever reason. Like I think EA's talked to them before, as well as some other 2K. I think approached them at some point. It sounded like to do a CFL game or to have them included in NFL 2K, but the CFL doesn't want to get in bed with
God forbid we should give CFL players any money, like any money at all, to get away from their whole jobs at Home Depot in the summer.
Well,
I've got 2
maybe
friends
one
who
of
played
these.
this, apparently.
Wow.
Shout out to Jumped In and the Coach Hulk. Also,
Okay.
Jumped In is a sweet Xbox gamer tag.
That is a sweet Xbox gamer tag.
That is stellar.
Okay, so you have 2 friends that have played this game. Nice.
I mean, that's 2 more than we knew before. Bro.
That's true.
No, I knew Patrick. Patrick played it.
Oh, that's true.
So yeah, I knew 1. Yes, 3 people.
That's a lot of people.
Fuck it, I'm buying this game when I get home.
I mean,
I'm just gonna be like drunk and be like, yeah, Canadian football.
I mean, Brock, by that logic, more people played this game this weekend than people played Echo the Dolphin again.
That is true.
Yeah.
Hey, if I can get on a match faster than Friday the 13th on Canadian football, that game gets all the stars.
That's actually
Yeah.
probably not inaccurate.
It's probably not because Friday the 13th is horrible to get
Well,
on.
maybe it's less broken now. I haven't played.
I don't think they tried to push another update out to Xbox and didn't go out this week.
Yeah, the Xbox version of that game.
Have you played the Friday the 13th game, Sean?
No, you guys keep saying it's broken on Xbox, and
Yeah, I
that's,
keep complaining about it.
I love that game, but yeah, when it works great.
I'm not hearing anything good about Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, our friend Josh kind of liked that game. for a
Kind of.
while. I don't think he loved
It sounds like it gets very repetitive.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we're gonna wrap up the show for today. But before we go, Sean plugs go.
Sean Capri on Twitter, Sean like Connery, Capri like the pants, and subscribe to We the Gamercast on iTunes and Google Play every Monday. And If We Ran Nintendo with Bobby Pauls, the Nintendo Guru. It's also on iTunes, Google Play, and dayspace.com.
A lot of cool stuff there. Of course, Sean, you're also on a lot of different podcasts all the time. Like, you're usually guest star on them. So you always tweet that stuff out. So if anyone's interested in hearing more from Sean Capri, of course, follow him on Twitter at Sean Capri, like the pants.
I don't typically make fun of people so much, so I'm sorry, Ryan.
No, it's okay.
In typical Canadian fashion, I'm just going to end the podcast with a good old-fashioned
With me,
apology.
it's warranted, Sean. It's okay. Also, before we go, you also have to pimp your Patreon as well.
Oh, yeah, we have that, too. Patreon.com/makeusbetter, which Ryan is a patron of, so thank you very much. And we just hit our $75 a month milestone goal, so We the Gamercast will become a video show just like this one. You see, you can't just like blow your load all at once. You gotta keep something back a little bit so that you can build a Patreon around. And then if we ran Nintendo's gonna be a live show. So we'll have like a live chat, and it'll be, people, we can just like lean on people's comments to do the podcasting for us. I don't have to come up with my own ideas anymore. So
and you guys do that. Well, Bobby does live on Saturdays too, right?
Bobby is killing it, man. He's doing like live, on the weekends. He's streaming. He's doing Nintendo Talk every single day. Yeah, that Bobby. Subscribe to his YouTube channel, Nintendo Guru on YouTube.
I second that.
On Twitter as well.
And then subscribe to Brock's RedTube channel.
Yeah, you took the porn joke right from my mouth.
Mm-hmm. Whoa! I put it in your mouth.
Brock?
I saw a tweet from Donkey, and he's like, the video game equivalent of committing suicide, Knack 2 coming out on September 5th, and Destiny 2 coming out on September 6th. Yep. It's true.
Different audiences. We talked about that with The Sims and Star Wars Battlefront.
People that like, okay. Anyways.
Where can people find you, Brock?
Where can people find me? Brock McLaughlin on Twitter.
Yep.
All one word?
All one word. MC Laughlin. Because I make you laugh with my jokes. See? And where else can you find me? BrockstarGaming.com and on my free cams at Sean Capri.
There you go. You took the Sean Capri name there, huh? Didn't you?
I did, yep.
Yeah, and on PSN, Sean Capri.
Yeah, on PSN, Sean Capri.
On PSN, Sean Capri. See, Sean, you made the mistake. You didn't do what I did, where I created a separate account on my PSN with my name on it, so then no one could take it. And then I'll just delete it when I can change my name.
Yeah, but
oh shit, that's a life hack.
They won't release it right away. Like, remember, like Xbox did it a couple of years ago. They're like, oh, a whole bunch of old gamer tags are now available. Like, it's not like when you just change it that becomes available.
You know what?
They're gonna wait.
Life finds a way. Okay,
that's true.
We're gonna find a way to make this work. As for me, you can find me on Twitter at Ryan Turford, where I choose usually not to talk about Echo the Dolphin because I don't want to drive people away.
Really? I think there's a whole Twitter market though for that.
There probably is. You can also find our site over on game-moose.com, where we do reviews, previews, and all kinds of cool stuff. Although less so over the summer because we've sort of been busy and on vacation and busy at work and stuff. So, but more stuff is coming. I am writing a Final Fantasy 14.
What Brian is trying to say is he's been busy playing Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, totally, 300 hours.
Not taking a summer vacation at all.
Drew is though.
Drew is going camping, which I think is the worst thing a human being can do.
Isn't that what you're doing next week though?
No, I'm going to Vancouver to see my mother in an air-conditioned house.
While camping?
No, not while camping. I refuse to ever camp.
Sleeps in a tent in the living room.
I get manicures and pedicures. You think I'm going to ruin my hands chopping wood?
Kinda.
Come on.
Kinda.
We've moved forward.
Wait.
I'll throw out my back.
Are you saying that when you go camping you have to chop wood? Aren't you one of those people that brings chopped wood with you?
No.
That's something you can buy,
I like using an axe though. I do like swinging an axe.
I'm just throwing that
It makes me feel manly.
It seems like you haven't been camping in a while.
It is no, it is not.
And last but not least, you can find the Game Moose YouTube channel as well, which I hope you subscribe to. Just search YouTube for Game Moose because we don't have 100 subscribers yet, but one day we will. So we can finally have youtube.com/GameMoose. Anyways, for Sean Capri and Brock McLaughlin, I'm Ryan Turford. This has been episode 88 of the Game Moose podcast, and we're out.
Peace.
Bye.